Ninth graders out there, pay attention. You will be friends with these people for the rest of your life. And kept in close contact through the various stages of their lives. Lonnie would like to tell you about Shauna during her teenage years, into her 20s, and on into the joys of motherhood.
I'm honored to be here today to tell you about the Shauna I knew, beginning at the age of 13 in our carefree and occasionally angst-ridden teen years, until motherhood. Shauna joined us at Sequoia Junior High in Kent, Washington as an 8th grader. Our 9th grade creative writing class was where we became close friends. One of my first memories with Shauna was when we were selected to go to a young writers workshop in Seattle. The event was covered by one of our local television stations and its news anchor, Jean Anderson. The cameras quickly zeroed in on Shauna and her work, which is quite a thrill for a couple of 9th grade kids. Over the years, Shauna authored and illustrated amazing stories. They were indicative of her unbounded imagination. When young, the stories often included fantastical castles, fairies, and unicorns. Her talents were evident early on. Shauna quickly developed a loyal circle of lifelong friends at her junior high. As a founding member of the school's drill team, she choreographed the dances for the drill team tryouts and created the routines for the entire season. These routines included dance moves to Queen's Another One Bites the Dust and Pat Benatar's Hit Me With Your Best Shot. Her dancing skills were witnessed through her teen years as she mastered and tried to teach those of us less inclined, we know who we are, such moves as the churn and butter, the electric slide, and most memorable of all, just about every move, to Michael Jackson's Thriller video. See, I'm one of those that you couldn't quite teach. Shauna approached high school as she did everything else, with an unending sense of adventure. They had just opened a new high school, and we felt lucky to be part of creating the new traditions for Kentwood High. We were the first class to spend all 3 years at the school as the mighty Kentwood Conquerors. Try throwing that into a cheer. She was a standout competitive athlete. In volleyball, she was a middle blocker and hitter, and she played 2 years of basketball. But track was where she excelled the most. She was a sprinter, ran hurdles, and held the school high jump record for many years. She was also part of the 800-meter relay team that placed at state. And if she wasn't participating in a sport, she was attending it. Our high school had a strong sports program, and Shauna relished the sense of community and pride that came with the winning season. She displayed her school spirit with intricately decorated fingernails and, you know what's coming, colorful beads, barrettes, and ribbons in her gorgeous long hair. She is remembered very fondly by her classmates as a constant source of encouragement, a loyal friend, a warm smile, and someone who always made you feel special. Shauna loved writing heartfelt and lengthy notes in her annuals, using at least 6 different colored felt tip pens. And long before Ruby, the BlackBerry smartphone, and texting existed, we passed hundreds of notes in the halls between classes during our high school years. She was voted most talented by our senior class. Those talents spanned academics, various forms of art, and athletics. Her second award of Best Legs was something of a surprise to her, given she spent most of her senior year in a full leg cast. Shauna, years later, had these thoughts regarding her senior awards. Quote, "At the time, I was a bit disappointed I didn't get best body, most popular, best hair, or most wanted to be stranded with on a desert island." You know, the most important things when you're 18. But now looking back, I'm really happy with these. Especially since I had a 4-inch scar on my leg and spent most of my senior year in a full-legged cast from ACL reconstruction. Exclamation mark, smiley face, end quote. This would be a good time to remark on how cool Shauna's parents, Chuck and Cheryl, were during our junior high and high school years. You were. They always understood Shauna and her cute younger brother, Brandon.
Probably too generous.
Their friends and what made each of us tick. Their home was always a comfortable place to be, both physically and emotionally. We celebrated Shauna's 18th birthday with a formal sit-down dinner at their home, with her parents creating a fancy restaurant atmosphere. Chuck and Cheryl arranged for a limousine to whisk us away to our favorite teen dance club, Tonight's the Night on Mercer Island, which to us was a big deal because we were out in the boonies. We still fondly remember our limo driver, Lenny. He may have found a way to add a little bubbly excitement to the birthday celebration. It's water. Other nights during high school were spent at the bowling alley with our favorite group of boys, on and sometimes in Lake Meridian, at Lake Sawyer, Mariner games, Sonic games, and drive-in movies. After high school, she and I loved to cruise Alki Beach in West Seattle in her 1968 bluish-purple Porsche 912, which she very fondly called Bruin. Upon arrival at UCLA, Shauna, as usual, threw herself into school, work, and activities. She joined Pi Beta Phi sorority and also became an NCAA athlete. She was a member of the UCLA women's varsity lightweight crew. Her roommate and sorority sister Sheila shared a crew team story with me. Apparently the team as a whole had to be under a weight limit before each race. They were instructed to eat only ice cubes the day before to ensure they were under the limit. Although Shauna was always a fair margin under the limit at 116 pounds, as opposed to the few team members who were a pound or two over, she also participated in the ice cube diet. As usual, she put her all into the team effort and its success. She met Dave shortly before earning her degree in fine arts. Even before they met, Shauna, an avid Bruin sports fan, admired Dave from the bleachers during many basketball games. She predicted and repeatedly told her friends that she was going to marry him someday, even before they met. Always the adventurous couple, Dave and Shauna moved to Australia after her graduation in 1990. They spent the year playing basketball and having fun touring the country in the team bus. Dave and Shauna's wedding in 1994 was magical. The rehearsal dinner, which included all the out-of-town guests, took place the night before in a beautiful park. The wedding was perfect. The sun was shining brightly on the shores of Lake Washington. Shauna looked like a princess. Dave and his groomsmen looked dashing in their tuxes and Nike basketball shoes. Even their dog, Stanzy, played a role in the wedding party as rehearsed. The bridesmaids weren't left out of the comfortable footwear. We received tennis shoes, whimsically decorated by Cheryl, to wear at the reception. Team Immel, then consisting of Dave and Shauna, was officially formed. Dave and Shauna's next item on their to-do list was to expand the team. A honeymoon at Disney World quickly helped them meet this objective. Shauna was one of the most beautiful and content pregnant women you've ever seen. As her delivery time drew near, Spencer's blushing already. She called me with updates of her labor, tell me what a wonderful experience she was having, and asked me to come see her at the hospital. I arrived just as Spencer was introduced to his grandparents for the first time. Team Immel now numbered 3. 4 years later, in Portland, the expansion was complete when the 4th member of the team, Kaylin, was born. Shauna would often tell me she was thrilled to be a mother, and parenting was her life's most rewarding experience. So I hope you will take these memories and make them your own, and cherish them as I will.